Hey, how's it going, guys? Someone in the chat, Cubase, mentioned HBAR, something that he's looking at. So I wanted to take a few minutes, open up the HBAR chart, and let you know what I'm seeing. Okay, I could be wrong, but this is just what I'm seeing. Mm. So it's in a massive bull pennant, but it hasn't broken out yet. See, you can see here this massive bull pennant. Right? Well, I drew a flag, but it's more of a pennant, as you can see. Very artistic. Okay. And what I'm seeing here is look at how compressed it's been. Very low momentum since mid last year, or even you can it had a pump here. But if you go all the way back about a year, just over a year, you can see that it's currently down almost 80%, right? 78% or so. Big drawdown compared to Bitcoin, where from last, where are we? January. Sorry, let me just confirm when was this here? This was January 2025. All right, so let's go back here. Let's put this on the 3 day. Go back to January 2025 here. Bitcoin had one more leg to make a higher high. HBAR didn't. So let's take a look here from here down to where we are currently 26, 27%. Yeah. Well, obviously, it's safer to be in Bitcoin. Everybody knows that. But we look for these other opportunities because we're looking for more volatility. Unfortunately, over the last year, the volatility was to the downside. So, what I'm watching for here, it's in no man's land right now, sitting around here at the moving average, the blockchain decoded Z-score moving average. So it has to make a break, and probably that's going to depend on which way Bitcoin breaks, right? As we've been watching this here for several days now, several few weeks actually. Well, since we broke down in here, we've been watching this for a couple months. So this is the decision point for Bitcoin. Most likely, whichever direction Bitcoin happens, I would assume HBAR and most others are going to go the same direction. Let me just fix this here. Right. So if this breaks up, sorry, let me just clean this up here. If this breaks up here, then HBAR should make a move. I would expect it to make its move to the yellow, and then it has a decision whether it breaks through or gets rejected there, right? Whether it breaks through or gets rejected. Now, if it Bitcoin does break up, HBAR has, as I see it, has two paths even going up. We either get a rejection here, right? It's hard to make an arrow. Let me do it like this. Make this nicer. So we either break up and get a rejection there and then come back down into the area where it is now, or perhaps we break right through it, come to this resistance. We have a lot of resistance here, and then maybe come back and test this trend line, to which we're basically where we are now, maybe a little bit higher. So maybe it's not a bad idea to, if you want to accumulate a bag, of H bar, maybe this isn't such a bad position to put in a tiny percentage to start building it, because we're either rejected and come back down, or we break it through and maybe come back down for a retest, because this is really solid support up here, going back pretty far. The other option is if Bitcoin gets rejected, right? We talked about that. Bitcoin getting rejected here and coming back down for a retest from where it's sitting now, coming back for a retest. If that happens, then I could see H bar doing something like being Bitcoin's rejected from where it's at and goes down, while H bar goes down and tests the bottom of this trend line before making another move, depending on what Bitcoin does. Do we head back down even further with H bar? Well, it depends on what happens with Bitcoin, I think, right? If Bitcoin finds support down here on this descending trend line, finds support down here, well, then maybe H bar finds support here. If Bitcoin breaks through this trend line and comes down here for support, well, then maybe H bar goes down a little bit farther. So, and in that case, this is not a great place for accumulation. That's why I tend to err on the side of caution when looking where to DCA, because if you're just waiting for you just if you're just patient and you wait for confirmation, it's a pretty good chance that we get, even Bitcoin breaks out, okay, that's positive confirmation. It's going to have a retest. It's going to calm down. Typically it does. And you'll get an opportunity to buy pretty much at the same levels if you're patient and wait for that confirmation on Bitcoin. All right. I could be wrong about all this. I'm just trying to understand, decipher the charts and make my own conclusions based on probabilities. And that's what I'm looking at. So for me, if I'm looking at accumulating H bar, maybe I do a small amount now, but most likely I'm going to play it as I'm playing Hyper, as I'm playing Render, as I'm playing Tau. I am trying to be patient. So right now I'm not buying H bar either. But this is what I'm seeing. You might see something different. I'm going to leave that there for now. Just a short little video. Somebody mentioned H bar in the comments. I'm going to try and do that. If somebody mentions a comment, I'll try to do a market update on it, or just a short little video uh, going over what I see. All right, guys, that's it for now. Chat soon.